Undeadpool was another book that I probably would have passed up if I wasn't doing this channel. I ain't gonna lie. I'd be like, yeah, I probably don't need to read that. Man, would I have been wrong. This is not your typical Deadpool book. Like, no wrong. He's still cracking jokes and doing all that stuff. But the plot to this, solid. Support this comic book series by visiting your LCS. My name is Dora, and this is SEO Comics. We continue our coverage of Age of Revelation with Undeadpool. Number 1. Our story starts off 10 years from now in the Revelation territories. Deadpool is doing the narrating, and he's talking about these 4 young mutants that are pushing their car to this mechanic who is very mutated. Like, the woman has 2 heads, and I don't know if both of them function properly. So she's like, you ran this car like 8 to 9 hours with this engine hot with no engine cooling. The part I'm going to need, that's coming from Mexico, so it's probably going to take 6 to 8 days. So she's like, ain't you guys like some kind of superhero team? And the one leader, she's like, yeah, we're Alpha Warriors. And Deadpool's like, that's a homage to Alpha Flight and the New Warriors. For the 6 fans that actually caught that. Now, I wish I could say that doesn't apply to me, but I never really read the Alpha Flight book, and I never read a New Warriors book. So that was definitely directed towards me. So they're like, 6 to 8 days is going to be too long, so we're just going to have to walk. And then the mutated lady's like, you best be careful. You best be real careful as they walk off. So now Deadpool was doing the narration, like I already said. He's like, now you would think that the old lady will be talking about Babbles, who show up to fight our young heroes. Now, if you don't know what Babbles are, link to the playlists in the descriptions, because we have explained it in damn near every comic book has come out of the Age of Revelation so far. Now, a lot of the Babbles are mutants. They can't talk, but they still got their powers. And we see that our young mutants can handle themselves. The one that looks like Thor, that's Magni, which is funny because we're covering the Immortal Thor series, and his son from an alternate reality, Magni, is there. So that's kind of where they got the name from. You got Fantastica, who has the powers of Reed Richards, or it looks like she has similar powers like Reed Richards. You got Kid Man-Thing, which Deadpool says that's the best superhero name he's ever heard of. And he has similar powers to Man-Things. Not all the way like Man-Things, but very similar. And then last, we have Fearless. And like Deadpool said, she has all the blindness of Daredevil, but none of the ninja skills. But she does have low-level telepathy, but it seems like she is the weakest link on this team, as we see Kid Man-Thing have to save her. But they do take care of all the Babbles, and right now, they're feeling good about themselves. But Deadpool's like, the lady wasn't talking about the Babbles to be careful of. She was talking about me. And then we see that Wade is a zombie. In a sense. We'll get to that in a minute. So we see all 4 heroes make it to a summer camp, and that's where they're going to bunker down for the night. They even start a campfire. Now, Kid Man-Thing can grow his own fruit. Off himself, literally. And nobody else wants to eat that. So Maggi's like, you know what? I'm going hunting because I want some meat. So then Fantastica asks Kid Swamp Thing, or Kid Man-Thing, Swamp Thing, different universe. Anyway, she asks if she can go with Magni because I guess Fantastica and Kid Man-Thing have a thing going on. Kid Man-Thing's like, yeah, go ahead. It's cool. So she gives him a kiss on the cheek, and Fantastica and Magni leave out. So now they're supposed to be hunting for some meat, but the only meat that Fantastica wants is between Maggi's legs, and they start going at it. So just when Magni started to feel good about himself, he is viciously murdered right in front of Fantastica. She uses her stretchy powers to get away as Deadpool starts to eat him. So you're probably wondering what the hell's going on. Deadpool got infected with the X virus. It couldn't all the way kill him, and it couldn't all the way mutate him. Pretty much what it did was it made his mind like moving in the corner. He's conscious. He can see everything, but he's not in control. And his body pretty much diverted back to when he was an assassin. So it just goes and it kills people. And because it's not all the way dead, to sustain itself like a zombie, he eats flesh. And since it's in the Revelation territories, he eats mutant flesh. So Fearless and Kid Man-Thing show up. Fantastica's like, oh, thank God you're here. Oh my God, it's horrible. Kid Man-Thing sees Magni, and he's like, somebody ate him, like devoured him. And Fantastica's like, I know. So they start walking away. Somehow, some way, in this moment, Kid Man-Thing finally figures out that Fantastica has been cheating on him with Magni. And he's like, tell the truth. And Fantastica's like, is this really the time? And he's like, tell me. And she's like, yeah, I cheated on you. This is what we did, and so on and so forth. So then he turns to Fearless and he goes, did you know? She's like, yeah, I knew. And he's like, you just say nothing, huh? So he walks off. He's all pissed off. And Deadpool's like, normally Kid Man-Thing's powers, he probably would have gave me some issues. But because he wasn't in his right mind, he was easy pickings. As we see, Kid Man-Thing is dead. Dead. So then we cut to Fantastica, Fearless, and they're like back to back, and they got a campfire and try to watch out for each other. And Deadpool's like, this might have been a great strategy, but I have this teleportation belt. Now, because I'm not in my right mind and I'm pretty much a zombie, I can't teleport like halfway around the world. But for this little bit, oh yeah, I can do it. And all of a sudden, Fantastica disappears. Fear's like, where's it go? She's trying to find her. She can't see anything. And all we see is Deadpool in the background eating the hell out of Fantastica. So after he's done eating Fantastica, he goes after Fearless. Now, she is like easy pickings. Like I said, she has limited telepathy. She can't see any damn thing. She's trying to get away and doing a bad job. Deadpool pulls out his broken side and is about to use it on her. She tries to defend herself with her stick and he cuts right through it. She starts running again. She falls over. Deadpool grabs her, slams her against the car, and pretty much is about to eat her. When all of a sudden, at that moment, somehow, some way, his consciousness finally kicked back in. And he's like, Wade, my name is Wade and I'm not a monster. So Wade is doing all the talking. He was like, even though I was a zombie, I can hear everything that you were saying, and I know you're trying to go to St. Louis to go to the Expatriates, which that's the next book we're going to be covering here on the channel. Well, next Age of Revelation book. It's probably going to be a DC book here and there in between. He's like, I'm going to get you to St. Louis and I'm going to get you there safely. But then we see that they're being watched. But somebody in particular is interested in Fearless. And they're getting like intel on it. And like I said, you can see the glowing eye. You can tell that it is Cable. And he's on his ship. And he's like, she deserves better than Deadpool. Like, she needs to be mentored. She needs to be mentored because she needs to be part of the new X-Force. But then when you get a really good look at Cable, we can see that Techno-organic virus is wreaking havoc. Like, what's up with the Technarchy in this Age of Revelation? Like, man, Vision got the Technarchy and it's like all over the place. Ant-Man, Scott Lang got killed by the Technarchy. Cable's Technarchy is like flipping out. Like, what the hell is going on? Like, is this Warlock? Like, this can't be all Warlock. Like, I got questions. Someone needs to give me some answers.